Well, good morning, everybody. Not too often we get the opportunity to say that, and welcome in to the Waverly Downtown Gymnasium here, a few miles away from the actual Waverly High School, but nonetheless where the boys team typically plays their games. Nonetheless, here for this Division III OHSA girls tournament here, the North Adams Green Devils taking on the Fairfield Lions in a little Saturday morning action for us here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Alongside John Bruce, I'm Dewey Daly, once again coming to you from the Waverly Downtown Arena. Both of these teams came together, obviously, 2 times on the season, both coming out of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. Both of those games, North Adams coming out victorious. The first meeting between the two teams was all the way back on November 21st. That was at Fairfield, a 51-37 win for the Green Devils. The next time they would come together would be after the turn of the new year. That would be on January 12th. Another big-time win for the Green Devils, 54-32.
Yeah, and I just think at times there's somewhat of a bad matchup for teams, but the thing that Fairfield has is Peyton McGee has been red hot. The senior point guard who I believe we were talking about before, she's over 1,000 career points, 500 career rebounds, and is their school's all-time assist leader, has really turned it on scoring-wise. She's 36% from 3, hitting 63 threes on the year. 19 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, 3.7 assists per game, and 3.4 steals per game. The senior point guard has really turned it on late in the season. Ended up the 3rd leading scorer in the Shack, and if you want to have success in the tournament, you got to have that established, experienced point guard. And both teams have it, because if you look at North Adams, they're led by junior Kinley Jones, who's a 3-year starter who, not the tallest player, but probably pound for pound the toughest player on the court. She averages 11.8 points a game, shoots at 40% from 3. She also averages 4 rebounds and 4 assists a game, and 3.5 steals a game. It's a great matchup with point guards. One of the things that for Fairfield had slowed them down a little bit, they didn't have a lot of depth as Joby Hatton was injured for a good bit of the later part of the year, but it appears that she's back. And then I think the big wild card, this is the first time I've seen her in uniform. I don't know if she's good to go today. Maya Hamilton, if she's able to suit up for Fairfield, is a dynamic scorer that they could get off the bench. She has not played this year. She was in full uniform for warm-up, so we'll see if she is good to go. I believe that it's very questionable at this point, but that would be a huge boost for the Lions if she's able to go.
Yeah, big piece in that Eastern Brown team that went all the way to the district final a season ago, made the switch over to Fairfield, who, similar to Eastern Brown, also reached a district final in Division III. Similar enough, both of these teams' seasons ended at the hands of Wheelersburg a season ago. North Adams came a bit early in the district final, and then North Adams in the district semifinal, and then Fairfield a bit later on in the district final. It's kind of interesting. You look at this North Adams team a year ago, that underdog, I can't remember exactly what seed they were, but kind of that Cinderella-type team trying to make a run. I think Wheelersburg was the 1 seed.
Yeah, I believe they were the 8.
And very nearly pulled off the upset to move to the district final, but we had the layup at the end of the game by Elena Keeney to send them to the district final, which they would go on to win over Fairfield.
Yeah, go back in the archives for that one. That was a whale of a game.
Yeah, that was probably one of the better games we had all season.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that while North Adams won both the previous contests, I think this is a kind of a sleeper on could be a very good game, as North Adams 23-0, 24-0 has Well, we've got the national anthem first.
With the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
We'll get ready to introduce the starters for both of these teams, but very quickly we'll go over the journey to the district final for both of these teams so far this season. We'll start with Fairfield, picked up a 48-33 win over the 18th seeded Huntington Lady Huntsmen. That was back on the 18th of February, and then about 4 days later would take down number 6 Rock Hill in a district semifinal matchup, which technically an upset as it's 7-6 there, but a very closely seeded matchup between the Red Women of Rock Hill and the Fairfield Lions. For North Adams, the 1 seed in the district tournament picked up a 50-30 win over Ironton. They were the 25 seed. And then the previous game for the Green Devils was a 56-37 win over the 12th seeded Lynchburg Clay Mustangs, who we actually had a chance to see, I believe, in their last regular season game of the season. Pretty solid team over there in Lynchburg.
Yeah, it's a team that has a lot of juniors, so it's going to be a matchup that they're going to see similar to likely next year between the two teams. As Lynchburg gets up and down, is a fun team to watch. I was able to watch both of these teams multiple times this year. Fairfield, in the 2 games I saw them, it was like night and day. From right before Christmas until the next to last regular season game for them, they had it felt like they had turned a corner. And a lot of that was the play of Peyton McGee, but also Faith Donnelly. 12.4 points a game, 3.8 assists, 3.5 steals per game, has really given them a big boost in that kind of secondary guard role. It's a very good team, and they're getting better.
And, we always talk about how tough it is, let alone to beat a league opponent 2 times in a season, but you come together 3 times in a year. It's going to get a lot tough that 3rd time around, as you've already seen each other twice. Now you meet at a neutral site here in the district final. Should be a fun matchup for us here this late morning, early afternoon here at the Waverly Downtown Arena.
Yeah, the North Adams, they've been tested. Very good league, but they were pretty dominant in the SHAC. 22-0, now 24-0. We saw a couple of 24-0 teams last night, and it's a pleasure to be able to watch another one this morning. They are a tough, gritty team that plays outstanding defense, and they can really all shoot it for 3.
So very quickly, the starters for both of this morning's contest. Quickly, for the lower-seeded Fairfield Lions, number 3, Haley Toll, number 5, Hannah Hamilton, number 12, Peyton McGee, number 15, Faith Donnelly, and number 22, Joby Hatton. For the North Adams Green Devils, number 10, Caitlin Borger, number 11, Keaton Hupp, number 12, Lainey Ruckle, number 13, Harley Brand, and number 14, Kinley Jones.
Yeah, North Adams will play a couple more from the bench. They at times will play all 10, but Tatum Grooms has been playing well for them lately. Carly Kennedy is another one to look for. For Fairfield, coming off the bench, Cassie Miller, really good shooter.
With all of that out of the way, North Adams comes away with the tip. They'll have the first possession of this early morning, late afternoon district final matchup here in Division III.
I think you got that one a little backwards.
Inside for North Adams, a quick 2-0 lead for the Green Devils.
Yeah, the good thing on my stat sheet today is that the majority of North Adams players are numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So all together right there for the Green Devils.
Top the key, Donnelly looking over to the other side to McGee. It's taken away. Jones now on the break. Looking for Hupp in the corner, tipped out of bounds. It'll be deflected off of North Adams. That'll hand things back over to Fairfield.
Yeah, Kinley Jones may have been a little fortunate there to not get a foul as she went very hard to get that steal for the Green Devils. And she is a must-have on the court for North Adams.
Fairfield now going to look to answer back. Donnelly pass over to Hatton. Cross-court pass back in the hands of Donnelly.
Yeah, it's just a nice kind of 1-2-2. Looks like a little bit of matchup.
Into the corner. That's a 3 ball from Hamilton. Is too strong. Offensive rebound. Donnelly keeps it alive for the Lions. Another top of the key 3. This one also from Hamilton. Not able to connect. Another offensive rebound for Donnelly. McGee way downtown. Too strong. And finally, the Green Devils able to come up with a defensive rebound.
Yeah, good job by Faith Donnelly keeping that alive. Just unable to get any of those shots to fall.
Hupp the feed down low. Borger up for the shot. Can't get it to go. Able to grab her own offensive rebound out to Brand for 3 off the mark. Hupp another rebound for North Adams. Bunch of offensive rebounds here for both squads as we enter the second minute action here in the first quarter.
Yeah, both teams rebound the ball very well on the offensive glass. Got to make sure to keep them off. Either way, limit the possessions.
Step back 3 for Hupp is not strong enough, although nice play by Harley Brand to throw it off the Fairfield defender. That'll keep it here with the Green Devils.
Harley Brand is going to play as hard as anyone that you'll see all year. The all-district soccer goalie does just an outstanding job all over the court for the Green Devils.
Ruckel to inbound, gets it into Borger. Her shot is no good. Rebound goes to the Lions. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay in possession of Fairfield.
Yeah, good job by Hannah Hamilton there to get the block and win possession. And North Adams does a nice job of getting back. Having Keaton Hupp on top of that pressure gives them some really nice length for Coach Davis and North Adams.
Down on the drive, taken away. Kinley Jones, John, I believe her second steal already here in the first quarter.
Second steal already. The dynamic point guard gets all over the court for Green Devils.
Pass to Ruckel. Her 3 ball is off the mark. Up there for the offensive rebound. Putback is no good, but she'll head to the line. 2 shots coming up.
That's already 4 offensive rebounds for North Adams, and Keaton Hupp took a shot in the nose, which never feels good. She'll go to the line for 2. Yeah, so 2 shots here for Keaton Hupp, who's their second best free throw shooter, 65% of the year. She averages 13.2 points a game for North Adams.
First shot for Hupp on the way is good. Lead now up to 3 for the Green Devils. And 2 for 2 on the trip for Keaton Hupp. Lead now up to 4. Fairfield still searching for their first points of this district final. Feed down low, Toll. Her shot is no good. Give the rebound to Lainey Ruckel.
It was a good look inside, just unable to get the finish for Haley Toll.
Pass over to Hupp off the pump fake. 3 ball on the way, not enough. Rebound Hatton.
Kinley Jones almost got her 3rd steal already of the game as she jumped into that to cut off the outlet pass. But it'll stay Fairfield ball.
4-0 lead here for North Adams as we Creep under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. This one on the ground. Ball is loose, and we will have our first jump ball of this evening.
Stay here for Fairfield. Just any drivers aren't able to get through because the length of, like a Keaton Hupp or Kinley Jones coming off the help side is really making it tough for Fairfield.
Hatton, the quick inbound to McGee. First points of the night, or I should say first points of the afternoon for Fairfield.
I didn't know if it was afternoon yet, so thanks for letting me know what time it is.
12:06. North Adams now looking to answer back. Brand, top of the key. Pass to Jones off the screen. Feed down low to Borger. Wide open underneath for two.
Yeah, good find there by Kinley Jones coming off the screen. The high hedge, and she's able to find Borger underneath.
All the way over to Donley. That's a three off the mark.
Gonna stay here.
And it'll stay here with Fairfield. Winner of this district final will advance to the regional semifinal. They will play the winner of our game coming up later this afternoon between Portsmouth West and Portsmouth. So a bit of a crosstown rivalry there for a district title. Once again, tipped out of bounds by North Adams. Fairfield going to get another opportunity.
And here comes Tatum Grooms for North Adams. Like we mentioned, she's been playing really well for them. Had a big game against Rock Hill. And has just been a big positive impact player. Only a sophomore. Is just one of those players the first year playing varsity. Sometimes it takes a little longer. And she's got it figured out pretty quickly now for North Adams.
McGee at the top of the key, directing traffic. Entry pass to Hatton, now to Donley. On the drive, moving mid-range jumper. Tough shot is good.
Yeah, good ball fake there by Donley. Wasn't a pump fake, but just fake swinging the ball, and then is able to hit a 12-foot midi. Cut the lead down to 2.
Feed down low, Grooms up for the layup and in.
Yeah, they've ran that pick and roll really well so far. Kinley Jones knows they're going to jump out of her, just splits the defenders. Grooms good finish through contact.
This one taken away. Jones, her third steal of the contest so far in transition. Jones, feed down low. Hupp has it blocked away, saved, and McGee comes up with a loose ball. Good defensive play there for Fairfield.
Yeah, good hustle by Cassie Miller to keep that play alive also after the nice block by Peyton McGee.
Top of the key, McGee. Deep three ball, not enough. It'll be out of bounds on Fairfield.
Yeah, the Lions are 0 for 5 from 3. Some pretty good looks so far, and they're a pretty decent three-point shooting team, so North Adams will have to be careful because once they start hitting, that's when, the confidence goes up.
Brand to the entry pass to Hupp. Now working the baseline is number 3, Tatum Grooms. Can't get it to go off the window. Rebound goes to Peyton McGee.
Yeah, I like that coming off the bench, though, and being full of – yeah, there's just an effort play from Tatum Grooms. She almost made the reverse layup and then steps up and makes a nice play to cut off a possible easy shot attempt for the Lions.
8-4 lead here, 2:12 to play. McGee, the runner, knocks it down.
Yeah, she's got 4, able to split the defenders and hits the 15-footer.
Lead back down to 2 for the Green Devils. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Nice move by Brand.
Brand on the drive. Shot is blocked away. Looks like Hatton may have caught a piece of it. Ball will stay in possession of the Green Devils. Hupp, a moving jumper, gets it to go.
Yeah, Hupp, a slow start shooting-wise. Too good of a shooter to keep struggling as she knocks down her first jumper of the game. She's got 4.
Back and forth first quarter so far. Fairfield looking to answer back here. Cassie Miller called for a travel. That'll turn things right back over to North Adams.
Yeah, Miller, a 30% three-point shooter so far on the season. just really needs to just put that one up because she's been shooting well for them as of late. Just a little hesitant, shuffled the feet.
Jones will bring it across half court now in the hands of Ruckel, who is called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, good job there, sliding in front by Peyton McGee. Like when we mentioned that she does everything, like she will guard the best player. She will take charges. She will impact the game in every different way possible. Just an outstanding player for the Lions.
Now under a minute to play here in the opening quarter of this girls Division III district final. Toll on the drive, moving mid-range jumpers off the mark. Tatum Grooms comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, and Toll's a decent mid-range jump shooter, so not a bad shot for the Lions there.
Jones on the drive inside, feeds it out. Kennedy top the key now to Brand. Dribble drive up with the right hand, too strong off the window. And McGee will come up with the rebound, 15 to shoot here for the Lions. Pass to Donnelly is intercepted. Grooms comes up with the loose ball. Clock now under 10 for North Adams. Brand into the half court. Pass to Jones, one to shoot. That one good if it goes. Not enough. Catches the front iron. That'll send us to the end of the first quarter. North Adams out in front, 10-6. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
10-6, North Adams leading after one. We'll enter the second quarter of play as the clock reaches 0 here in between quarters.
Yeah, for Fairfield, just too many turnovers in that first quarter. With 5 turnovers, they're 0 for 5 from 3, so they're pretty fortunate to only be down 2. Kenley Jones with 3 steals and 2 assists in that first quarter. 4 points each from Caitlin Warder and Keaton Hupp for the Green Devils, and 4 points for Peyton McGee.
Deep three on the way from Jones is off the mark. It'll go out of bounds. Fairfield will take over.
Yeah, not a bad look for Jones. Maybe a little quick in the offense, but a 40% three-point shooter. I think for Coach Davis, you'll take her taking most shots with her feet set like she was on that play.
Donnelly pass to Miller on the left side. Now into the corner to McGee.
It's a little toasty in here today.
And we're downstairs.
Yeah.
Imagine the higher you go up, the hotter it gets. As we all know, heat rises. Feed down low to number 3, Haley Toll. The shot is no good. As Grooms comes up with the rebound, she is fouled.
And she was fouled as she hit the ground hard, too. It's going to be on Haley Toll. Yeah, I'm pulling the old sleeves up, bub. You can't.
Yeah, I don't believe I'm able to do that.
I could just peel these sleeves off.
Up wide open on the left side for 3. Too strong off the window. Give the rebound to Cassie Miller. Pushed ahead, Donnelly wide open underneath as Toll. Pass is deflected, and we'll have a foul on North Adams.
That'll be Borges first. Yeah, neither team really able to get anything going offensively so far. The best thing for North Adams was the couple pick and rolls they had.
McGee for three, got it.
And actually the best thing so far for Fairfield has been out of bounds plays, as that's 2 baseline out of bounds plays and 2 baskets for Peyton McGee.
Ruckel on the drive, tough shot stuffed in between the backboard and rim. Big Ruckel quickly with the steal, feed down low to Hupp, who lays it up and in for 2, lead back up to 3.
Yeah, just going back to the turnovers, just too many right now for Fairfield.
Toll, top of the key, 3 off the front iron, give the rebound to Kinley Jones. Feed ahead to Hupp on the fast break, up with the left hand, tough shot, nice finish by Keaton Hupp.
8 points now for Keaton Hupp. Getting going in a hurry, now up to their biggest lead at 5.
McGee a 3 on the other end, same spot, same result for Peyton McGee.
Yeah, Peyton McGee was not one of their primary scorers in the last couple years. Now averaging 19 points a game as a senior. Is just an outstanding all-around basketball player. Good find there by Faith Donnelly as well.
Hupp on the other end, another tough shot, offensive rebound for Borger. Her putback is no good and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Green Devils. And 19 points per game for McGee, that's 3rd in the league.
Yeah, and that's behind Peyton Johnson of Peebles, around 24 points a game, which we saw last week, and Riley Leonard over 2,000 career points, and 29 points a game this year for Eastern. The Thomas Moore commit was really just an extremely fun player to watch.
Inbound to Ruckel, top of the key. Feed down low, Borger on the right block, going to work up with the right hand. No good. Offensive rebound to Grooms, but it'll be out of bounds.
It's going to be
on
off
the lines. Thought Grooms may have caught a piece of it. It'll stay here. North Adams, another chance. Inbound pass to Grooms and is out of bounds with the ball. That'll send things over to Fairfield.
And Harley Brand will be back in. I will say she was pointed to get the jersey tucked in, and some officials let that go, and some do not.
This one tipped by Hupp. McGee able to come up with a loose ball. Now pass to Donnelly around the top of the key. Double team by Hupp and Jones. Pass over to McGee. Step back 3 on the left side. Why not let it fly off the mark? Jones the rebound for North Adams.
Yeah, McGee had hit her last 2, so never bad to get a heat check going.
That's Brand on the drive. Tough shot with the right hand. No good. Cassie Miller the rebound for Fairfield.
Yeah, Brand just such a hard driver to the basket. If she gets 1 or 2 of those to fall, that's going to open up everything else on the backside whenever she does cut to the basket.
This pass nearly taken away, and eventually,
wow,
it will not be, as Hatton comes up with the loose ball. Count it, and the foul. Chance for the Lions to take a 15-14 lead here with 4:30 to go in the quarter.
Peyton McGee made that play happen. As 2 North Adams players are starting to dive for the ball, she just goes all out to get it, knocks it to Hatton, who finishes strong through the contact. Has a chance for their first lead, and there it is.
Loose ball, wasn't sure who was going to come up with it. It was all Hatton. Able to finish at the rim with contact. Brand loses the handle on it. A quick turnover for the Green Devils. Chance for Fairfield to take advantage of this 1-point lead.
And this is kind of what Fairfield does. They hang around, and they will make any mistake you make hurt. And they've shown that so far.
Third meeting on the season between these two teams. North Adams 2-0 against the Lions on the season.
And both well-coached teams, so it's definitely going to be I would guess will be a tight matchup throughout.
Top of the key, Donnelly thought about the three and was moving before she put the ball down. That'll be a turnover for Fairfield.
Yeah, maybe a step outside of her range, and that's why she just didn't put that up immediately.
Jones will bring it up the floor here for North Adams. Entry pass to the left side to Brand. Up top of the key, swings it over to the right wing to Jones.
I would like to see them get some ball screen action going again with Jones off the dribble.
Up on the drive, tough shot with the right hand, no good. Another rebound for Cassie Miller. Nearly turned over by Miller. Donnelly comes up with the loose ball, and we will have a timeout.
Be a full
for the Lions. It'll be the first timeout of the contest for either team. It'll be a full timeout. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, there's a little stuff going on behind the play between Harley Brand and Hannah Hamilton, but I believe that's a no harm, no foul.
It was actually by no official. Actually,
Yeah.
It was because we were trying to figure out if it was going to be a full or a 30.
Yeah, it was so far behind the play. Those two will probably get watched a little bit closer now. But for the Lions here, with possession, going to have a chance to extend their lead. I just think you got to do whatever you can to get Peyton McKee going. I know they're starting to really put pressure on her. And that's where, like, a Faith Donnelly's got to be willing to step up and take those shots because they need a second scorer real quick here for the Lions because North Adams will adjust and just do what they can to just cut off Peyton McGee.
First lead of the game for Fairfield, 15-14, 3:23 to go in the first half. Possession is currently with Fairfield. And they'll look to extend this 1-point lead here in the second quarter.
And Tatum Grooms is back in for North Adams.
Miller pass to Donnelly, contested three from the top of the key and fouled. She'll head to the line, not shooting two, but shooting three.
Yeah, just too hard of a close out there by Jones. As we mentioned before, she's a very physical player. Just got into the landing zone for Donnelly on the play. Donnelly will step to the line for three.
First foul of the contest for Kinley Jones as Donnelly knocks down the first.
That's her first point. No, she's got 3 points in the contest. 61% free throw shooter on the year.
Haley Toll will come into the game for Cassie Miller for the Lions. And 2 of 3 right around that, what you said, 61% free throw percentage on the season. Lead up to 3 now for Fairfield. North Adams now looking to answer back. 3 minutes. I should say under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Borger pass to Ruckle around the top of the key.
And watching Jones come off the screens, she's just so quick when she does.
Jones drives inside, pass out to Grooms in the corner, now back to Ruckle. Entry pass to Borger, takes it down inside, off the ball fake, up for the shot, gets it to fall.
Nice move by the sophomore. She's got 6 to go along with 3 boards for North Adams.
Now Fairfield looking to answer back, 17-16, a little over 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Hamilton a 3, yes!
Big shot there by Hannah Hamilton. Showing that other people can score for the Lions is huge for them to be able to pull off the upset here today.
Game high lead of 4 now for the Lions, 20-16, under 2 minutes to go in the second. Feed down low to Borger is tipped away out of bounds on the Lions. So North Adams going to get a chance from the baseline here.
Yeah, fortunate there, as I don't know if they're going to be able to keep the ball in play, but the instinct is to go after it for Fairfield.
Ruckel, the inbounder, to Hupp in the corner for three. Yes!
Yeah, Hupp started to figure out the distancing that she needed on her first couple threes. Buries that one from the corner. Huge shot there for the Green Devils.
Back-to-back threes for Hamilton and Hupp. Lead back down to one for the 7th-seeded Fairfield Lions. Donnelly top of the key. Pass over to Hamilton. Another three. Too strong. Ruckel the rebound.
It's a good look, though, from Hamilton as she just hit a three from that exact same spot. Yep, carry. It looked like Ruckel wanted to throw the ball inside, but when it got covered up by the defender, she just hesitated and the ball spun on her hand.
So Fairfield will take back over. A little over a minute to go here in the second quarter. 20-19, Lions lead.
Looks like Fairfield's going to be patient here.
Will get the ball to start the third quarter. This one tipped away by Borger. Hamilton able to save it. Now pass to McGee. 42 to play here in the second quarter. McGee on the drive. Nice find over to Toll. Off the glass and in. Lead back up to three.
Yeah, great pass there by Peyton McGee. Run about 35 seconds off the clock and get a two.
This one nearly intercepted by Hatton. Feed down low. Borger up for the layup. It's good.
Borger only averages 5.2 points a game, but she already has 8. Big time play by the sophomore in this district title game.
Under 10 to shoot. McGee on the right side. Inside, we'll have a foul on the floor. It'll be on North Adams. 5.1 to play in the quarter.
It was on Lady Ruckel. That's her second. They're going to get Harley Brand back in. Make sure Ruckel doesn't get a quick third foul. Now, there's something to watch here as Fairfield's gotten 2 shots so far for Peyton McGee on out-of-bounds plays.
Inbound pass to McGee. Short-range jumper off the backboard. No good. This one, good if it goes from half court off the rim. And no good for Harley Brand. That'll send us to the break. Fairfield out in front, 22-21. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
22-21, Fairfield out in front at the break. I believe trailed 10-6 to end the first quarter. So a 16-12 run in the second quarter for the Lions. 1 point lead as we edge closer to the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, it's a big quarter for the Lions, scoring 16 points. They got the back-to-back threes from Peyton McGee, but also Hannah Hamilton knocking down a three. So 3 threes in the quarter. A 3-point play by Joby Hatton. Faith Donnelly and Haley Toll added a couple points each. So getting it from all 5 starters. And then also Cassie Miller coming off the bench has 4 rebounds already for the Lions. I mean, she is the smallest player on the court for the Lions. So it's pretty important for her to be able to pull down those rebounds. For North Adams, they've really been a 2-player show so far as Tatum Grubens does have 2 points, but Caitlin Borger has 8 and Keaton Hupp with 11. the big thing that North Adams has been able to do most of the season is force turnovers. And haven't, that second quarter, only forced 2 turnovers after forcing 6 in the first quarter for the Lions. So the Lions, once they were able to get a little more ball control, they're much more efficient on the offensive end. For North Adams, I think it's important for them to try to get Kelly Jones going. She was really involved as they took that lead in that first quarter, and they didn't run that ball screen action anymore. I think it's vital to look at that again. I know Coach Davis isn't happy with some of their own ball screen coverage on defense, as they got to get some communication stuff down. And when you've seen the team 3 times or 2 times already, you play them a third time, the coaches are going to make adjustments before, and then the halftime adjustments are going to be huge for both of them. And I will say these gigantic fans, which I won't say the actual name of the company.
The Big Tiger fans.
Yeah, the Big Tiger fans are on. I'm less hot at this point.
Yeah, I was going to mention, Bo must have heard you saying it was a little toasty down here, decided to go flip the switch on the dual fan system we have here in the gymnasium. Once again, the winner of this contest will play the winner of a contest coming up later this afternoon between Portsmouth West and Portsmouth. Once again, a bit of a crosstown rivalry. We were able to capture that rivalry during football season between both of the football teams during their Week 2 matchup. So they'll come together once again in girls basketball for a district final.
Yeah, both of those teams are really fun to watch. I think it'll be a really fun game to see. Now, West plays just outstanding defense. They've got 3 guards that can all fill it up at different times. They're led by Emma Sayre, who can kind of do it all. And she's a lot like Kinley Jones, maybe more of a scorer, but similar size-wise. And she can score it inside or out. And then they've got 2 bigs, Sydney McDermott, a Valpo softball commit, and then Maylin Howe, who's first-team All-District. Both can do it in different ways, and Howe obviously had done it the entire year, but Sydney McDermott was outstanding the other day in their win over Minford. And, I don't want to, throw out hype that she may not be able to live up to, but Sienna Allen for Portsmouth is outstanding. If you watched last night, which based on our viewership numbers, it appeared that a lot of you did, Miley Smith was outstanding for UNIOTA last night. They both have similar offers. They're both freshmen. They're both about 5'11", and Sienna Allen is just a must-watch player. They've also got Daisha Reed and Savannah Cantrell, a couple more scorers. They can do a lot of different things. I think it's going to be a fun matchup. And Mike and Tom will have that one starting,
Mike Beard and Tom Smith will be on the call for that one.
Yeah.
Scheduled to start at 3, and with the 3-hour gap, I'd say that's a pretty firm start time, as even yesterday, the first of our doubleheader started about 10 minutes late, and the following game between UNIOTA and Sheridan was able to start, actually, I believe, about 5 minutes early. So the 3-hour gap makes sure that all games are going to start as scheduled.
Yeah, and, it gives plenty of time to get the awards, to let the teams take pictures and whatnot on the court, and then to get the court cleaned up. So it really, sometimes it seems like a long time, but I think it's for the fans, for the, the teams that win,
right,
to be able to spend that time celebrating on the court. Now in this half, North Adams coming out here early. I like that. I don't think they had to make a ton of adjustments. It's just, with only really the 2 players scoring, you just have to try to get your other kids involved, in ways that they can. They've only gone 2 deep on the bench, which is something they haven't typically done this year. I thought they probably would shorten the rotation a little bit, which they have. Fairfield, ended up, Maya Hamilton not in uniform. She was in uniform for warm-ups, and she went and got changed. I think she's still a little bit of time away from coming back from a knee injury. But, it's really, for them moving forward, you're going to lose a Peyton McGee, but Maya Hamilton's an awesome player. So, they're at least going to have someone that point-wise can probably match that. You know, you're going to miss a lot of senior leadership, which McGee's shown so far. You know, I've got her for 2 blocks, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 10 points so far, and that's kind of on pace for what she's able to do throughout each game.
Quickly going back to Portsmouth, one thing, and obviously we won't have the game, so it's not anything we'll dive too deep in, but found it really interesting. Portsmouth only having 6 players on their roster. I believe that might be the smallest. Obviously, you have to have 5, so that's really, I would say, the smallest you can possibly have on an active roster.
Shout out Federal Hockey. About 12-ish years ago, they had 5. They did not win them. They did not win 19 games in the season. Portsmouth has won 19 games with 6 players on the active roster, 1 junior, 0 seniors. Now, the big thing for them, their middle school team just annihilated people as well, so they probably have a couple players that will be able to
give
help.
Some relief, get away from the 6-man or 6-woman rotation on the varsity roster.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, as a coach, you do not have to worry about players being upset over playing time when
you only have 6
you only have
players,
6. And if you do, then they probably shouldn't be playing anyway.
And I would say there really isn't even hardly, I mean, obviously 5 have to start and 1 have to sit, but I'd say when you look at the minutes, and the minutes only, it'd probably be a little difficult to tell which is the one that doesn't start, which was the one that comes off the bench. Now, I'm not really too familiar with the Lady Trojan team, as I know we had them last year in the sectional final against Huntington, but I remember them having a lot more than 6 players on the roster. Haven't had a chance to see them in person this year, so obviously won't be calling the game, but will still be in attendance, so this will be my first time seeing the Lady Trojans this season.
Yeah, that one should be an outstanding game. And this one, I think, will have a great finish for us. 16 minutes, maybe more, away from crowning a district champion.
Yeah, 16 more minutes in regulation of Shaction.
Yeah.
I believe this is the first time we've had Shaction this year. We've had a couple games with Shack teams. We had Lynchburg Clay. That may be the only one when they took on Miami Trace towards the end of the year. But this is the first time we've had 2 Shack teams coming together. Going to have to get the trademark Shaction merch at some point.
Yeah, you just got to get the hashtag going all the time.
We'll try to spark a sponsorship and get a weekly Shaction stream going on.
Yeah,
I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday night Maction for football. It'll be, whatever the league nights are, Tuesday or Thursday night Shaction for basketball.
Now, I don't know how much we affiliate with them, but the Good Guys Radio with C103 over here to our right.
Ton of Shaction.
Yeah, they cover Shaction all year long.
Ton of Shaction on Good Guys Radio. Picked up a ton of games. I've watched them a couple times when there were some key Shack matchups along the regular season. But back to tonight's, or once again this afternoon's contest. Fairfield going to start off with possession here in the second half, leading 22-21. Quickly a 3-ball from Hamilton, and the lead is back up to 4.
Yeah, her second 3 of the game. Not exactly the same area court-wise, but on the same side. She buries another one, and it was with Caitlin Borger with a big closeout.
Borger on the other end. Pass to Ruckle, now down low to Keaton Hupp. Pass back out to Ruppel off the ball fake. Moving mid-range jumper, gets it to go.
Yeah, the moving midi for Laney Ruckle, her first 2 of the game.
Down the other end, feed down low to number 5, Hannah Hamilton has it blocked away in transition now. Here comes Ruckle. Working the baseline, up with the right hand. Shot won't fall, McGee the rebound.
The 3rd board of the game, that's going to be on Hupp. I believe that's her first foul.
First foul of the night. First foul of the afternoon for Hupp. You got to get used to saying that. It was almost
it's night
there
somewhere.
for a minute. There for a minute, it was the morning.
Yeah.
When we started, it was right around 11:55 a.m. Now 12:40 in the afternoon. McGee, left wing three, yes!
Yeah, that was an unbelievable screen by Hannah Hamilton that Lady Ruppel just could not get around. I think Coach Davis is trying to say it was a moving screen. It may have been, but either way, Ruppel could not get around the screen, and Peyton McGee splashes her third three of the game for 13 points.
It'll be a full timeout for the Green Devils, currently trailing 28-23, a 5-point deficit here for the Green Devils.
Yeah, and Fairfield does, just what they need to coming out of the gate. Knock down a couple threes. Maybe that's going to open up some things on the interior. But for North Adams, you just got to cut off the threes. You got to cut off the three ball if you want to stay undefeated. And, North Adams crowd is getting a little more into it. And if you can hear it behind us, the Fairfield crowd supporting their Lions. One big thing with Shaxton, these schools in their communities are very proud of their teams and always have really good support. Very small towns and very good support despite.
I always travel fairly well. I mean, you look at both sides. I can't see the top deck behind us. I'd say it's more than likely relatively full. The North Adams side on the second level, I'd say well over 60% filled up now. North Adams looking to answer back, trailing by 5. Brand working the right side of the floor, has it poked away. Hamilton comes up with the loose ball.
Yeah, Brand just can't get going right now for the Devils.
Patient offense here for Fairfield, up by 5. 5:45 to go in the third.
Good job by Kennedy Jones of getting through that screen.
Hatton the feed into the corner. Toll on the drive with the right hand. Fouled. She'll head to the line. 2 shots coming up.
It's going to be on Harley Brand. That's her second.
First shot for Toll is good. Lead back up. I say back up. It may be the highest lead of the game
highest,
now for Fairfield.
Highest for either team. Toll only a 51% free throw shooter on the year, but buries both.
2 for 2 on the trip. Lead up to 7.
Yeah, I think North Adams is going to need to try to get Kinley Jones going too if they can. Averages well over 11 a game.
Ball
has not scored yet.
Nearly taken away from Keaton Hupp. Ruckle now working the left side. Hupp wide open left wing 3 off the rim. Rebound for Hatton.
Yeah, just unable to really get shots to fall. Keaton Hupp.
Yeah, I was going to say they took a bit of time getting the rebound, and Hamilton was a bit patient on finding an outlet pass, and McGee just unaware of that, and 10-second violation for the Lions.
Yeah, I saw you kind of do the finger thing right there to get it going, and the Lions just, that wasn't even close to being across.
Well, I'd say they were probably at 4 or 5 seconds before McGee even had possession of the ball. Now North Adams given another chance. Grooms off the backboard, lead back down to 5.
Yeah, let's see if North Adams could take advantage of that big mistake by Fairfield.
Hatton looking down low for Hamilton. Passes off the mark. A turnover for the Lions.
Back-to-back turnovers to Fairfield. And that's where North Adams makes their living, is off the turnovers. And that's 2 quick ones right there in a row.
North Adams looking to go on a run here. Ruckle working the right side. A foul believe it'll be on Hamilton. Her first of the afternoon, and the first of the half for the Lions.
Yeah, let's see what the Green Devils can do on the blob here.
Ruckle in the corner now, pass to Jones, back to Ruckle in the corner.
I'd look for Jones right here. Yeah. Good closeout by Faith Donnelly.
Ruckle, baseline drive, steps back in, goes for the layup, blocked away. McGee the rebound, this time going to try to get it across half court, which they do. Donnelly.
And this miscommunication, okay, didn't take advantage of it for Fairfield, but good job by Kelly Jones cutting off that backdoor cut.
McGee working the middle of the floor, scoop layup with the left hand is no good. It'll be out of bounds on the Lions. That'll hand things over to the Green Devils.
Yeah, it seems like the Green Devils are a little more locked in defensively at this point than they were earlier in the half. Making life tough here after the back-to-back threes to start the half for Fairfield.
(30-25) lead here for the Lions. Into the corner, Jones for three. Yes!
Yeah, Kelly Jones, a 40% three-point shooter, is able to get her feet set and buries that one. Cuts it down to two.
Jones nearly coming away with the steal. That'll be a foul, the third of the half.
Only her second.
For the for the Green Devils.
Yeah, that could have been huge to shoot. Just a split second earlier. Yeah, Jones with 3 steals in that first half. Was close to her fourth right there.
Lead has been cut to 2 for the Lions. Jones once again gambling for the steal. Counted, and the foul from the free throw line for Faith Donnelly. Chance to get it back up to 5 for the Lions.
That's 2 times on Faith Donnelly's jumpers that she's been fouled, and both times are good calls. It's just, you got to close out high without running into the shooter, which they've now done twice. Seven now for Donnelly, including 3 of 4 from the line. That counteracts that big corner 3 from Kinley Jones.
Ruckle to top the key, looking down low for Grooms. It's intercepted, going the other way. Here come the Lions. Feed down low, toe off the glass and in.
Good run in the break there by Faith Donnelly, and Haley Toll getting to her spot, rim running. She's got 6, leads back up to 7.
Deep 3 from the top of the key. Jones, too strong. Offensive rebound for Brand. Looking down low for Grooms. Will have a foul on the floor of the second of the half for Fairfield.
A good look, and really a good foul there by Cassie Miller, because Tatum Grooms catches that. That's 2 quick points. Good answer there by Fairfield.
Inbound to Hupp, working the middle of the floor. Looking over to Grooms, it's taken away. That's Cassie Miller with the steal for the Lions.
Yeah, Miller's had her hand all over this game. Not scoring yet, but defense and rebounding has been outstanding.
Donnelly working the right side of the floor, picks up her dribble, pass out to Miller. Miller has it taken away, a steal for Harley Brand, and will have a foul around midcourt on Cassie Miller. That'll be the team's third, her second.
Big possession here for the Green Devils.
7-point lead here for the Lions, 35-28. Down low, batted away by Donnelly. It'll stay here with North Adams.
Yeah, I would think North Adams probably has to go with a money out of bounds play here.
Inbound to Grooms, now to Hupp.
Just get it in, which is fine.
Cross-court pass to Brand. Inside, fadeaway jumper off the backboard. No good. McGee the rebound for Fairfield. Working the near sideline across half court. Nice find down low to Toll. Her shot is good.
Yeah, Lions on a 7-0 run here. Kind of danger time for North Adams. Down 9.
A little bit over a minute to play here in the third quarter. This one poked out of bounds by Cassie Miller. It'll stay here with North Adams. Ruckle to inbound on the baseline into Jones. Now to Harley Brand, back to Jones. Brand, a deep three, yes!
Shot that with complete confidence. Her first 3 points of the game.
Inbound to
Big-time shot
McGee
for Harley
is
Brand.
nearly taken away by Ruckle. McGee able to get it across the timeline for Fairfield. Under 30 seconds to play here in the third.
Fairfield, after a slow first quarter, has really exploded since then.
Fairfield looking to hold for last here. 8 to shoot for the Lions. Donley will hand it off to McGee, working the right side of the floor. Inside, tough shot with the right hand. Called for a charge with 1.3 seconds to go in the quarter.
And that's Tatum Grooms stepping in there and just taking that hard contact. And really, for McGee, I mean, she didn't have much there, so maybe draw the foul if you can.
Most likely going to have to be a half-court heave into Ruckle. That one off in time and no good. So that'll take us to the end of the third. Fairfield out in front, 37-31. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's
After three, Fairfield out in front, 37-31 as we enter the final quarter of regulation in this OHSAA Girls Division III District Final here at the Waverly Downtown Arena alongside John Bruce. I'm Dewey Daly providing Southern Ohio Sports Authority's area coverage of this Division III girls basketball tournament.
Yeah, Haley Toll led the push there by the Lions. She had 6 points in the quarter. Big time play for the senior.
After the first quarter, it's been Fairfield leading at the end of the second as well as the third as the three ball from Brand is off the mark. McGee the rebound. Pushed ahead, Donnelly into the right corner.
Just got kicked. 6 rebounds now for McGee to go along with 4 assists and 13 points.
Miller topped the key, thought about the three ball, guarded by Hupp, pass over to McGee. Deep three on the left side, off the backboard. Offensive rebound for the Lions. Toll up for the layup and fouled. She'll head back to the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, just North Adams unable to get control of that rebound. Laney Ruckle had to save it back in, goes to Toll, and she draws the foul. Like I mentioned, 51% free throw shooter on the year, but was 2 for 2 in the third quarter.
First shot on the way from Toll, catches the back iron. Good job, John.
Yep. Sorry. feel like more announcers need to apologize for the announcer jinx.
I'd say the worst is definitely extra points and field goals.
Uh-huh.
Although you see it a bit in the NBA and college with free throws and three-pointers and stuff like that. Toll able to knock down the back half there. Ruckel on the other end, fouled on the way up. She'll head to the line. 2 shots coming up for the Green Devils. 38-31, Fairfield leading.
Yeah, North Adams has ran that sideline break a couple times. They've cut off that last pass. Jones that time was able to connect with Brand, who finds Ruckel inside, and she draws the foul. Toll's second. I'll wait until after the first one. Ruckel, a 73% free throw shooter on the year, misses the first.
Second one on the way from Ruckel, in and out, much like the first one. Rebound for Joby Hatton. McGee working the near sideline pass to Hatton, now to Donley. All the way over, Hamilton for 3, yes!
Yeah, Hamilton has been huge. 9 points now. And it's the biggest lead of the night. 41-31 with 6:53 to play. Full timeout, Devils.
Well, like you said, John, biggest lead of the night so far, biggest lead of the afternoon so far for either team. 41-31 for Fairfield. Dropped 2 games in the regular season to North Adams. We talked about, how difficult it is in that third matchup. You're so familiar with each other from the regular season, and, we're seeing the results of that. What was 2 double-digit victories for North Adams early on in the season. Right now, midway, well, I shouldn't say midway, about a quarter of the way through the fourth quarter. Fairfield out in front, 41-31.
Yeah, Fairfield they've knocked down shots. That's the biggest thing, is you got to make your shots. But like Hamilton, 3 of 6 from 3. He's hit both of her threes this half. Peyton McGee is 3 of 7 from 3. You're getting 6 threes right there, and the Green Devils down 10 only have 3 triples on the night.
A perfect 24-0 season so far for the Green Devils, currently trailing by 10 here with 6:45 to go in this girls Division III district final.
About 14 hours ago, though, we saw a 24-0 team down 10 in the fourth, so it's definitely doable.
North Adams going to have to find that switch and flip it as Jones is fouled on the baseline drive. That should be 2 shots for Kinley Jones.
But this is where you got to take advantage. They missed 2 free throws on the last possession. You have to, when you are able to get to the free throw line, you have to take advantage of it and score from here.
So Jones will head to the line, down by 10, 6:32 to go in the quarter. First free throw is off the backboard, no good.
And Jones also a 73% free throw shooter. North Adams just all out of whack on the offensive end.
Missed the first one. Second one on the way is good. Lead down to 9.
I would like to see, I'd like to see the pressure being added again by North Adams, because that's where you make things uncomfortable. North Adams has been a pressing team all season, and I know that Fairfield has outstanding guards, but they hadn't really shown it until that possession, and they immediately get a turnover.
North Adams looking to go on a run here, down by 9, 6:12 to go in the quarter. Jones top the key, thought about the deep 3, will pass it off to Harley Brand. Ruckel inside, Euro step with the left hand, no good. Ball out of bounds, we'll see where it goes. It'll stay here with the Green Devils.
Yeah, and really, if Ruckel didn't go for the Euro and just jump stop, she might have an easy layup there, but I like the move. It just ended up drawing a second defender in there.
Ruckles pass batted out of bounds by Peyton McGee, so the Green Devils will try it again.
Yeah, just not a lot of action on that out of bounds play. Because they're going to switch it up here.
Ruckle once again batted by McGee, this time in bounds, touched by Jones while she was out of bounds, so that'll hand things over to the Lions.
Yeah, the out of bounds play defense so far by the Lions has been outstanding.
Pass to Hamilton, now back to Donley across half court.
McGee doing a great job, just all around, but handling the ball as well.
Donley working the left side of the floor, pass out to Hamilton. She'll bring it to the top of the key, hand it off to Peyton McGee. 1,000 point score, over 500 rebounds, all-time leader in career assists, and we'll have a moving screen on Haley Toll.
Yeah, that's a good job by Lainey Ruckle as McGee was going under the screen, she just went over top, and because of that, Toll looked like she needed a screener and just stepped into it. Another turnover for the Lions.
Now under 5 minutes to play, North Adams down by 9, feed down low to Borger, and we'll have a foul. It'll be the 8th, I believe, on Hamilton?
Yeah, her second. Team 8th. Borger to the line for the first time today.
First shot from Borger, rattles around, no good. We'll have an offensive foul on Kinley Jones going for the rebound. That'll hand things over to Fairfield. Didn't like the foul call?
I probably would have just let it go because of how small she is in comparison to the rest of them, but probably a good call.
Hat in the inbound. Now McGee.
Good job on the press breaker there.
All the way, going to go coast to coast. Give the rebound to Caitlin Borger. In transition, Borger. The feed down to Grooms. In some trouble, it'll be batted out of bounds by the Lions, so North Adams going to try to cook up an inbound play here from the baseline, which is giving them some trouble here in this quarter.
Yeah, they barely got the ball in on one and then turned it over on the next. Big shot coming.
Into the corner, Ruckle for three, too strong. Rebound goes to Hatton. Here comes Donley in transition. Pass to Hamilton is knocked out of bounds.
But this is where Fairfield has been successful. So they've gotten 5 points out of their 3 baseline out of bounds plays so far.
Hamilton off the inbounds, hands it off to McGee. Pass back to Hamilton, left corner three, too strong, or excuse me, not enough. That time for Hamilton, offensive rebound for Toll, and we'll have a foul on the Green Devils, so it'll stay here. Actually, I believe that'll be 1 and 1.
Yep. For
Haley Toll.
Second on Borger. They are, Toll is 3 for 4 at the line so far.
First shot on the way from Toll is no good, so no second shot off the 1 and 1. Hupp the rebound. Feed over to Jones, deep three, why not? No good. Ball will go out of bounds, and it'll stay here with North Adams off of Fairfield.
One thing to look for is Keaton Hupp has attempted 1 shot in the second half for North Adams. They have completely, and that's Peyton McGee, has eliminated her from the offense.
Inbound to Borger, trying to go to work down low. Pass to Hupp, now back to Ruckle, who drives inside. Another Euro step this time, gets it to go.
Got 4 points now for Lainey Ruckle. With one of her leading scorers last year, is kind of taking a step back scoring-wise, but showing right there that she can still do it when the time comes.
Donnelly off the pass. Mid-range jumper is off the mark. Jones the rebound for the Green Devils.
Oh,
Pushing it ahead. Passes over the head of Laney Ruckle, so that'll be a turnover for the Green Devils, and Coach Stackhouse going to take a full timeout. So we'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
(41-34), Fairfield out in front over the first-seeded North Adams Green Devils. 3:41 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for North Adams, got to value the ball here. A little quick on the break, leading to the turnover.
Two-man press here for North Adams, broken up by Fairfield, as Caitlin Borger will pick up a foul that'll send Hamilton to the line with a 1-and-1.
Hamilton shot the ball well today, but a 50% free throw shooter on the year. She's 3 of 7 from 3. Came into the game with 20 threes. And has been huge in this effort so far for the Fairfield Lions.
First shot on the way from Hamilton rolls around and will not fall. Hupp the rebound for North Adams. Ruckle working the left side of the floor. Entry pass to Borger. Down low. Nice find over to Brand. Her shot off the backboard is good.
Yeah, good job by Borger of feeling that backside pressure coming and just hitting Brand inside.
Pass over to Toll. Inside. Called for a double dribble. That'll turn things right back over to the Green Devils, trailing by 5. 3:07 to go in regulation.
And Tatum Grooves will come in for Borger. 3:07 left. I mean, if they're cutting off Hupp, I like the looking inside the Borger there. Like the high ball screen coming for Jones.
Jones, the feed down low. Grooms' shot is blocked away. McGee comes up with the rebound, pushed ahead to Donnelly.
And Grooms slow to get back.
McGee gonna have to either pass it or get away from half court, and we'll have a foul on Ruckle. So McGee will head back to the line. Third foul on Ruckle.
Yeah, and McGee might have been fortunate there because it looked like she did a little extension to get loose, but 0 for 3 on the 3 1-and-1s for the Lions.
Now on the other end, North Adams looking to cut down this 5-point lead. Ruckle.
Yeah, if you're North Adams, you don't have to rush. You want to make sure you're getting points.
Up down low with the right hand. Tough shot, gets it to fall.
Up to 13 now for Keaton Hupp.
Pass ahead to Hamilton in the right corner. Trapped, pass is tipped by Hupp. Donnelly comes up with a loose ball. Short range jumpers off the backboard, too strong. Jones the rebound. Here come the Green Devils the other way. Ruckle for the tie. Yes!
And there's a reason why North Adams has not lost the game all year. It's being able to come with that effort and intensity to make that comeback.
It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
A 10-0 run here for North Adams has things knotted up at 41 apiece with 1:49 to go here in regulation of this district final matchup here.
And a big thing in that 10-0 run is Fairfield 0 for 3 in the bonus situations, and then they're taking a couple quick shots, and it's just led to North Adams getting a ton of momentum. They almost get a steal. Good call in the non-over and backs as it was tipped.
90 seconds left here in regulation. McGee, top of the key.
I don't think Fairfield can hold for the last one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted McGee just to have the ball the rest of the game.
Entry pass around the free throw line to Toll, has it taken away. Hupp with the steal, loose ball picked up by Brand. Pushed ahead, Hupp for the lead, no. Rebound, Grooms is fouled. And she'll head to the line. Chance for the Green Devils to retake a lead that, John, I don't believe they've had since early, or at the end of the first quarter and really early in the second.
Yeah, it's been since early. I believe it was a Peyton McGee 3 that put them ahead, and then they just have not been able to catch up since, and we got to as much as 10. Grooms, a 52% free throw shooter on the year.
Was a shooting foul, so we'll have two shots. First one is no good, it remains tied.
Key here, obviously, to take the lead, but also to make Fairfield have to play instead of possibly pulling it out. I still, like, if you're Fairfield, I think it's got to be Donley and McGee have to be the two handling the ball.
This one for the lead. Yes.
That's good. Good sub there. To set up your defense, it gives you a chance to set up your defense. I think it's incredibly valuable to make that sub. And now, Grooms did a really good job defensively for him, but now you have a chance to set up that defense instead of possibly Fairfield getting out and going on their sideline break.
Led by as many as 10, now trailing by 1. McGee working the near sideline and across half court. Double team. And a timeout by Coach Stackhouse, able to save the possession there. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Lions.
Yeah, couple things. We'll do the reset real quick. Both teams have 19 fouls, so both teams will shoot 2 from here on out, no matter if it's a shooting foul or not. Possession arrow is in favor of Fairfield, so if we see a tie-up, they'll have the possession. Tatum Grooms just checked back in. I'm guessing she's going to go in for Borger to probably get their best defensive lineup in. I think Borger a little better on the offensive end, especially in this matchup. In this matchup, it's really 4.5, 5 guards for Fairfield. Borger more of an interior player. Has a little advantage on the offense, and it's going to be tough for her to guard. I like that sub again, but baseline out of bounds. Fairfield's been very proficient from here so far, so I would think they're either going to run their best play or just try to get McGee a quick shot here.
57.7 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pass from Hatton into McGee.
I'll just get it in, which is good too, because you got it in McGee's hands.
Entry pass to Hatton, now to Hamilton on the left side. She'll bring it back to the middle of the floor, pass to Donley.
So you don't have to hurry, only down by a point. Now they're just full. Now they were full denying there on McGee.
Clock down to 30. McGee on the drive. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. Hupp the big rebound for North Adams. She is fouled, so we'll have 2 shots coming up on the other end for Keaton Hupp.
Keaton Hupp got absolutely up on that. The all-district volleyball player showing why she was so proficient around the net right there. Getting up in the air and ripping down that rebound. But the most she can do, it's still going to be a one-possession game, even if she makes both. She's 2 for 2 at the line so far. 65% on the year.
Up to the line with a 1-point lead. First shot is no good.
I will say this, I know that was long, but she looked comfortable there. There wasn't extra time taken. It just, she went into the shot.
She looks like she has on her left hand her index and middle fingers taped together. Second shot is good, lead up to 2.
Good timeout there by Coach Davis. Making sure the defense is set up. I believe it's going to be a 30. Yeah, going to be a 30. That gives you a chance to set up your defense without making the sub, and keeps your best defense in. And once again, both teams will be in the double bonus. Fairfield with possession. A 12-0 run here by North Adams.
Now, what about a 14-hour turnaround for us, John? We come back last night from the D2 district finals over at Southeastern, a 15-point come from behind win to win the district for Unioden. Here we are again about 30 miles south down at the Waverly Downtown Arena. As of right now, North Adams on a 12-0 run, looking to do the same, trail by as much as 10 late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and here, I wouldn't mind if Fairfield takes a 3, because Hannah Hamilton shot it well today, and if you can get McGee a look, but I think they're going to do what they can to get the ball out of McGee's hands.
Pass into Donnelly, working the right side of the floor. 15 to shoot for Fairfield.
They're going to try to get her on the backside. Good
Pass
job
is
by Harley
intercepted.
Brand.
That's Harley Brand with the interception. Pass to
This
Jones.
game's over.
Nobody around to foul. And we will have a foul. It'll be, I'd say, with about 1.5 seconds to go.
And that was 100%. Harley Brand knew the scouting report. They knew that was a go-to play. They're trying to get McGee in the corner. Brand jumped off of her person she was defending, jumps into the passing lane, steals it, and they're going to be able to more or less put this away. 1.3 seconds left. Kinley Jones has a chance to make 2. The game's over. Whatever happens on the first one, if she makes the first one, make the second. If she misses the first one, I would just miss the second because of how much time's left. But you obviously have to hit the rim.
So they throw up 1.3 seconds back on the clock. Jones steps to the line with a 2-point lead. First shot is no good, so it remains a 2-point lead for the Green Devils.
Yeah, I would get out of. Yes, that's good. I would miss it. But I understand if you make it here also.
Second shot on the way, off the mark. Rebound Hamilton, and a quick timeout for Coach Stackhouse. Clock down to half a second.
They may put time on, but I doubt it.
It did seem like the clock ran down maybe a little too much there, because all it was a catch off the rebound and a timeout. I would think it was only, they're going to put about 0.3 of a second back on, so a little more manageable with 0.8 of a second, although that's really only enough time for a catch, and it would have to be about a 3/4 scored heave.
Yeah, if you're North Adams, force them back. Don't let them catch anything over your head. If you're Fairfield, you got to get the ball to McGee, because I think she's going to be the strongest one to get the ball at the hoop. Even if it's going to be a heave, Caitlin Borger is checked back in. We'll see if she's on the ball because they can't run. It's a spot now. Kobe Hatton will take it out. You just make sure you don't foul and try to make McGee catch it going back. It's another timeout by North Adams to see what the setup was. It's going to be a full. I mean, we're not going to take a break with 8 tenths of a second left. But how about this comeback for North Adams?
Man, back-to-back double-digit comebacks by really the higher-seeded team in the game last night. You know, a little less wide of a gap with it being a 2-seeded team versus a 3-seeded team. This time around, the 1-seeded North Adams Green Devils taking on the 7th-seeded Fairfield Lions. So a bit wider of a gap here for North Adams, but same result here. A 12-0 run here. Fairfield up 41-31. Hasn't scored since then. And that's where we are now, a 43-41 North Adams lead.
Yeah, and there was a lot of different players made plays in that. Tatum Grooms with the go-ahead free throw. Keaton Hupp with a couple big rebounds. She had the free throw to put them up by 2. Lainey Ruckle hitting that huge 3 to tie the game. Harley Brown with a huge steal. Then Kinley Jones just really doing a good job of getting the ball to her teammates.
So it will be a spot for Hatton. Throws it to half court, caught by Hamilton. No time for the shot, and that'll do it. North Adams comes away with the district title. 43-41 is your final.
Yeah, what a comeback by North Adams. Down 10 with about 3:41 left to play. Actually, they were down 7 with 3:41 left to play. With a little bit more time left before that. Peyton McGee was awesome for Fairfield, but it was just the overall team balance for North Adams that were able to pull out the win to avoid the upset, move to 25-0, and set up what could be a monstrous game on Wednesday. If West moves on, those are the 2 best teams all year. You know, kudos to Fairfield. Coach Stackhouse and his staff had a great game plan. It just kind of came away in that last 4.5 minutes as unable to convert from the free throw line for Fairfield. Really hurt them. Just an outstanding high school basketball game.
And it's a lot of deja vu for North Adams. Last year, they were that, I think we agreed it was around an 8 seed, this time a 7 seed, but they were that lower seeded team that came into a game probably as the underdog and pushed the 1 seed to the limit. This time, North Adams on the better end of that game, able to come away with a district title this year. Last year, lost in the semis. But once again this year, able to come away with the district title. 43-41 officially is our final. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the trophy presentation ceremony for both teams, as well as a game summary and all the stats from tonight's, once again, this afternoon's district final matchup. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's
43-41 is our final. The North Adams Green Devils advance to the regional tournament, where they will take on the winner of a game that'll be played at about 3 o'clock today right here at the Waverly Downtown Gymnasium between the Portsmouth West Senators and the Portsmouth Trojans. As for this contest, John, stats, how are we looking?
Well, Fairfield had played so well through the first 24 minutes. In the fourth quarter, 6 turnovers, 0 for 3, or not 0 for 3, 1 for 5 from the free throw line. And they only scored 4 points total. The big 3 by Hamilton seemed like it put the game away, but in reality, it just made it a 10-point game, and the door was still slightly open for North Adams, and then they went through and just busted it down with that 12-0 run to end the game. They were led in scoring by Peyton McGee. Peyton McGee, an outstanding career. Hopefully she continues on at the next level. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple steals, a couple blocks, 3 blocks actually. Just a really outstanding outing for the senior. Next was Haley Toll, another senior, 9 points, 3 rebounds. Was big in that third quarter when they extended the lead out. Hannah Hamilton hit 3 threes. She had 9 with a couple of blocks. 7 points for Faith Donnelly, along with 5 assists. And then 3 points for Joby Hatton. Cassie Miller didn't score, but had 4 rebounds and a couple of steals for the Lions as they will close their season at 19-6. I know they're heartbroken right now, but they have a lot to be proud of that season and just how they finished it. Now North Adams moves to 25-0, or 13-3.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen 3 teams in 2 days that are moving to the regional tournament, 25-0.
Yeah, they were led and scored by Keaton Hupp. We talked about Hupp not scoring in that second half, not getting another shot off. She hit a big runner to cut the lead to 3, and then she had the free throw to put them up by 2. She ended up with 14 points, 6 rebounds, including a huge rebound after a miss, with about 20 seconds left. Next in scoring was Caitlin Borger with 8. She had those all in the first half, but had 4 rebounds. Those 8 points came as they were really struggling to score. 7 points for Lainey Ruckle. She had 5 assists as well. 5 points in the fourth quarter with that monstrous 3 from the wing in front of us over here to tie the game after they trailed for most of the night, and was able to tie it up, and eventually they take over. 5 points for Harley Brand. She had 2 points in the fourth quarter, but she had the steal of the game, picking off that pass that was designed to go to McGee, and they didn't even get a shot to go for the win is what they were looking for. And then 3 points for Tatum Grooms, just outstanding overall effort. And then Kinley Jones, 3 points, 3 steals, 4 assists, 5 rebounds for the junior point guard. It's just that team is 25-0 for a reason. They've got a lot of experience. They have good guards. They didn't turn the ball over a whole lot. They just weren't making shots for the majority of the game. Once they were able to get the ball pressure up a little bit, they got the ball pressure up, they got a timeout, they were able to put some more pressure on Fairfield. It led to a couple turnovers, a couple quick shots, and then they were able to chip away before finishing with that, like we've said multiple times, 12-0 run. It's an outstanding high school basketball game.
Yeah, once again, a quick turnaround for us from last night. Fairland, a lopsided win over Fairfield Union, and then Yoda and Sheridan, a great game. That game ended about 10:30-ish, somewhere around in there, and you flip over to noon the next day, and another great district final matchup, this time in a Division III. And if you still have an itch for district tournament basketball, Mike Smith and Tom Beard will have the next game around 3 o'clock between the Portsmouth West Senators and the Portsmouth Trojans. Once again, that is another Division III district final here at the Waverly Downtown Arena, and the winner of that game will go on to the regional final next Wednesday, the regional semifinal next Wednesday at Logan.
Yes.
I think we agreed that was the 8 o'clock game.
Yeah.
And once again, that next Wednesday, regional semifinal between the winner of the next game and the North Adams Green Devils for the regional semifinal.
Yeah, and then at 2, we would have had 3 games, but Nelsonville York, due to a slight scheduling conflict, their game with Wheelersburg was moved to Wellston. They're playing at 2. The winner of that game will play at 6 on Wednesday night.
Against the winner of the East District.
Which I will be shocked if it's not Union Local, who, as we discussed
At least, I know they went, I don't think they won state, they went to state last year.
And they also went to state in volleyball this year. Like I talked to Kurt Stubbs a couple days ago about how the town of Belmont is probably rocking at this point in time. And he talked about, they're a very proud football community, but also they support their girls' sports. He said like nothing he's ever seen. I would invite him down to watch some of these teams in the Southeast with how
he
well.
may be tuned in right now.
Yeah.
Checking out.
I believe he was last
the
night.
competition. I wouldn't blame him for that. There was about 1,200, so there was a good chance he was one of them.
Yeah, so it's, we appreciate our sponsors for having us be a part of this. And cameraman Carson Francis.
Carson Francis up top today, a bit further away from us than normal. Nice setup here at the Waverly Downtown Arena. Big thanks to Bo Arnott, as always, for allowing us to set up here. Made a ton of stops here last season, but due to the record.
The convo being back.
Right, the convo being back and not as many games being held here. I know last year some of the D3 boys, I think the D3 boys districts were held here. I don't remember if we did any of those games, but with the historic season the Tigers on the boys team for Waverly had last year, we made frequent amount of stops here and had a couple, I think, the district semis and district finals here. So we spent a lot of time here last year, and this is our one and only trip here this year. But always a nice time to come down here to what I would say is one of the premier gymnasiums in the district.
So this is just talking to a couple kids, because where Huntington got moved here for the second half of the year, which is great that Waverly allowed them to play here, when the boys team wasn't here. But also up on the hill is an amazing gym,
right?
That their girls play in. But they, the Union girls played there. They played Huntington to end their regular season. They talked about how awesome it was to play in this gym. Like, people just love playing in this gym. People shoot well here. It's just an outstanding gym, and it's historic, and we appreciate the hospitality to be able to do the games here.
And with that is all myself and John will have for you this evening here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Once again, Mike Smith and Tom Beard will have the following matchup between Portsmouth West and Portsmouth a little later on around 3 o'clock. That is also a a Division III district final. Alongside John Bruce, I'm Dewey Daly saying so long from the Waverly Downtown Gymnasium. Once again, the final. North Adams 43, Fairfield 41. Have a great rest of your night.